Hello and welcome to GSR Global Spec Racing Tier 1 here at COTA Circuit of the Americas for the USA Grand Prix. A full lobby here today as we were not able to race last week due to attendance, so we are back this week. I am GSR Thrasher, and just joining me a moment ago is going to be co-commentator Chaz, aka Charlie. Charlie, how are you doing?
Alright, hello, I'm good. Sorry, I didn't have my audio included. Can I have an invite, please?
Yeah, I'll send you one.
Cool.
There you go.
Thank you. Yeah, so, anyway, hello. Yeah, like you said, a full grid this evening, and that's a great way to bounce back considering of, last week's cancellation because of attendance. So it's a good way for Tier 1 to bounce back, and, it's good to see as an admin of the league. It's very good to see.
Yeah, as an admin, last week, seeing the attendance to Tier 1 was pretty disappointing, pretty embarrassing. And now that we have a full lobby, it brings back that excitement for Tier 1 that we know we're going to get from this tier.
Can I have another invite, please?
Yeah. There you go, I sent you. Did you get it? Okay. Alright, so let's go into last week's race. Well, not last week, but the week before last from Monza. We'll go race results there, and then we'll go to points, and then we'll go into what we look forward into today's race. So, results from Monza. Jab picks up the win at Monza with FH and Astro running up the podium behind them. We got Venom, Bad F1 Opinion, Sam Cole, FRT Evan, TRT Verlies, PSR Gorgon, and Deluxe running out the points. So, Jab, when going into today's race, if he beats, trying to remember, I think it's if he beats Sam Cole today, I believe he locks up the championship.
Jab is absolutely flying at 43.6, 6/10 clear of AZ Bottas, and FRC Akos, I don't know how you say it, I do apologise. He is a good 8/10 behind, so Jab really flying in the opening stages of this session. Ick Verley's with a 44.8 as well. That's good stuff from him, and FH 5th. However, there are still NRX Adams, who's actually had a spin through the triple right-hander. Brute Gorgon, Jack Mac, KDX Breyer, Sam Cole, and FRT Edgars still haven't set laps, but there is still quite a long way to go in this quali session. So, yeah.
Yeah, as Lauda retires from the session. Something else to mention, we got a couple of reserves for today. We got Davis in the Alfa Romeo, currently sitting 9th. Had a great shot to win Tier 2 and was ultimately made contact with Cameron. We got Axe. Axe is finally back. Axe came in for one more race, filling in the McLaren. So
That's very good
see
to see. Axe back, very good.
Yeah, as me and Axe was one of the guys, that made all this whole league possible. I've been happy to know him since the very beginning of it. Me and him, along with a couple others, have been here from day one. So that's it's great, really great to see him back. And then we have KDX. KDX is finally back. He took some time off of league racing, was busy, comes back and goes. Did he go? I think he's at Alpine. Yeah. So let's do some point standings real quick. So we got Jab, of course, leading by 68 points.
Jab, I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm seeing Jab can actually secure the championship tonight. It is possible. I need to have a look quickly. Yeah, he can.
Yeah, I believe it's as long as he beats Sam Cole, he locks the championship up today.
He needs to outscore Sam by 7 points. So if Jab outscores Sam Cole by 7 points this evening, he will become the Tier 1 Drivers' Champion this season.
If he does pull off today, that's just one more thing to add on into a wonderful season by Jab. Absolutely dominant this season. No one, Sam Cole's been close. Every now and then you'll get someone like Venom, like FH, but this season is pretty much has been Jab's season. So let's go through the rest of the points real quick.
It's funny because can I just point out something quite ironic? Patriot is listed down as Alfa Romeo on the roster, but I don't have him as a driver. He's not signed on as a driver for me. He just chooses it every week. I have bad F1 opinions signed, and the other driver left.
Huh. Well, sometimes it works for you, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, he's bagging me points, so I'm not complaining. Patriot, if you want that full-time seat, just hit me up.
So let's go to the points. So obviously Jab leads by 68 points over Sam Cole. The battle for second, it's heating up. You got Sam Cole with 1 and 3, and then you got Venom and FH tied 95, only 8 points back. So those three guys could be battling, have a second place battle come, the end of the season. So Sam Cole second, Venom and FH tied for third. Then you got Boker in fifth, Patriot 6th, Cormac 7th, Black Raw 8th, Bad F1 Opinion at 9th, and then ETSR Edgars rounds out the top 10. So, as we mentioned several times, Jab can lock up the championship, but there's also other battles in the championship, like this the second place battle. So this could be a very interesting race as Brute retires.
That's coming up to turn 16, I think, guys.
Yes.
There are a couple of drivers home race tonight. Just correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's Jab's home race, it's Axe's home race, Davis, Patriot, of course, KDX Bright and Brute Gorgon. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes. And with Brute, he's Mexican.
Oh, okay.
So technically, but he lives in Texas. So
So it's his home race, actually home race, but not his home nationality race.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. You've got Axe is behind Verlies by 1 millisecond. For P4, that is. FH is currently on a lap and he's 6/10 up in the first sector. That is very good from FH in the Merc. Of course, Merc.
He's on the softs.
And yeah, he is on soft. So that is going to prove to us the dry tyres are now the faster tyre in this session. It doesn't seem to be causing him too many problems. And yeah, he's showing for it. Big lock-up air on the front left, sorry. And let's see what his split is. He was very tentative, but 2.3 seconds up. That definitely tells us the softs are the way to go then for the rest of this session, as he now rounds the probably most awkward corner on the circuit. And now, through the triple right-hander, he's really revving out those gears. But it's definitely showing us the dry tyres are the way to go, and you can see everyone who's going onto them now. You've got 3 drivers on inters, and FH actually invalidates, so goes in. Still looks quite slippy, and he actually hits the wall in the pit lane. Still looks quite slippy out the track.
Jack start into that awkward corner. Oh, you see the revenue gears up now, up to 7.
Yeah, he's hitting one that's valid, and so that looked like an invalidation, but he's managed to keep it valid. So this will be the first time on dry tyres up on the board. 37.4 for Jackster, and he will be quickly followed by an Alpine, I think, which is just starting a lap.
Yep.
That's KDX.
Just starting a lap.
And then Jack IMAX on an outlap, so it'll be the 2 Alphas who are also on outlap. So this is really the end of the session. I've got a timing glitch on my screen. It still shows 8 minutes left. So yeah.
Yeah. So there's about 3 minutes left.
So I won't. You have to tell me when quali's actually over.
Yeah. So we got KDX, beautiful first sector. Now into the long, not really long, but well, now down the long straight he goes out of the left-hander. Beautifully done. The key is going to be the last one to go out. It's going to be key. Cause that'll be more grip.
So, Patriot started his lap. The rain is still actually coming down. I mean, it's still coming up on the camera, the onboard camera. But, Patriot.
Here comes KDX into the final corner.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about him. Sorry, KDX.
KDX puts Alpine to the top.
To the top, and it'll be a matter of whether they can get to the line at this point. Jab is just getting there. Asa Bottas just in the first sector. Same with Akos and Verlies. There's a massive train through coming into sector 2 now, which is being led by Davis, who's actually on a lap. Hopefully he didn't get held up that much, but there is a massive train of cars going now down into turn 10.
Yeah, I see that on the map. GSR Patriot with the purple sector too.
FRT Heaven retires. He was in that train, and he didn't want to be involved in that train, so he'll get the free choice of tyres. As will anyone else who didn't actually get to the drive. Jab is on his lap. Patriot is now finishing his lap in the Alfa Romeo, and this looks like it will be ahead of KDX, and it is by 1.3 seconds. And Davis will be next to set a lap. So for the first time this season, I might be able to say it's an Alpha 1-2. It is an Alpha 1-2 for now. That's the only time this season I'll be able to actually say that and mean it.
Jab now into the awkward corner.
I'm watching Jax to cut every corner in sector 1. Look at this. Jab is going to get held up by the absolute carnage there. JS, KFC Seb, and Jab. That's brilliant. He's managed to avoid the carnage
and still goes to the
and
top.
still goes to the top, even going through that train. And now you've got KFC 7 Vapor JS. They're wheel to wheel into turn 1 in quali, and they've made contact. And JS is over the curb. KFC 7 is losing it all over the place, and JS is spun. What were they doing?
No idea.
The
Axe
checkered
is being
flags are
held
out.
up by. Axe is being held up.
Well, they're by Igverles. Igverles is not wanting to get out of the way of Axe right now. And now coming down the straight, maybe Axe is going to think about an overtake. He's going to have to do it. This is carnage. They all came out at the same time. And now we see Axe and on his return. And, oh, that kind of scared me. Venom's crashed car. We can see these three drivers. KDX is joining them. Three of them racing away and qualifying. And this is going to really dent their times. They're all in one part of the track. And Axe will not be happy with Igverles after this. Edgar's is second. Sam Cole is third. There's the other McLaren of NRX Adams. There's AZ Bottas and FH going to the top. So it's a Mercedes 1-2. Unless any of these can do anything, Axe has stopped. He'll still go 10th though. FRT ACOS is invalid. Jacki Mack goes to the top. That means we do have a Mercedes 1-2 here in quali. Just waiting on NRX Adams to retire. AZ Bottas is on pole from FRT, FH444. Mercedes have a 1-2. Followed by Jab. So Jab has two people in his way if he wants to definitely secure that championship this evening.
Yeah, beautiful quality from the Mercedes. A beautiful one too. Gotta have to feel for Axe a little bit after being held up. You could say KDX maybe, as KDX was behind that too. But overall, beautiful quality from the Mercedes. Absolutely well done. As we'll go through the quality order now. So we have AZ Bottas. I don't know. AZ Bot. You know what? I'm gonna let you go through the grid. I can't speak because I'm sick. AZ Bottas starts on pole with FRT FH second, Jab third, Edgar's fourth, Sam Cole fifth, Jacki Mack sixth, KDX seventh, Davis eighth, Patriot ninth, and Igverles 10th. Axe, Jack Star, and I didn't get to see who else.
Alright, sorry about that, I'm back.
Yeah, I'm not feeling well, so I kind of was trying to say Bottas, and I couldn't say it correctly.
Are you alright? I didn't realise you were ill.
Yeah, my stomach hurts, my head hurts, and my nose is stuffed up.
If you want me to take over the stream and you go and rest up, go and do that, honestly.
No, I've already started, and I'm just gonna finish.
Alright, but I'll do all the talking. I'll do whatever. Just try and save the pain for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They're now lining up on the grid to go on to the formation lap.
Alright, so there they go. Jab will have a mountain to climb. That's going to make his job a whole lot harder. To outscore Sam by 6 points this evening, because Sam is 2 places behind him right now, so he'll have to really pull away from Sam. He can win the championship tonight, remember, if he outscores Sam Cole by 8 points. So watch out for that. We will keep you updated on whenever. Jacki Mack went 6th. I didn't really say anything about that. Venom and Adams have had a collision, so they are both disqualified. There's a bit of a mess down here at the back. They were all going a bit slow and parking it up. Both Williams, KFC Seb, and Vapor JS. They've got going again. Brute Gorgon is down at the back because he didn't get a lap in quali.
And KDX and Patriot.
Yeah, they've also had a collision. So 4 drivers disqualified, and AZ Bottas he's actually stopped in the middle of the track down there. That's don't know why. But anyway, we're nearing the end of the formation lap. We will get going for the US Grand Prix at COTA, where we could see a new champion crowned in GSR Tier 1. And there is a huge mess going on down here. I think Bottas tried to go back through, and they're all slow, weaving around to get temperature, and that is crazy, and that is where the AI takes over.
20 drivers will now line up on the grid, but only one driver will come out as a winner. Can Jab also come out of this race as the championship winner? If we do end up having Jab win the championship today, we're gonna have a podium party. And then we're also going to do just a championship winner party. That's how I usually do it.
Yeah.
But that's if he wins it today.
Anyway, here we go. 2 lights, 3 lights, 4, 5 red lights at COTA for the GSR Tier 1 US Grand Prix. It's lights out, and away we go. Bottas seems to have got the better start, but F8's going to go ahead, and he's going to go ahead before they even get to turn 1. The Ferrari and the Aston going alongside. They're 3 wide into turn 1, but F8 has come out in the lead. He gets a little bit of oversteer on the exit, but leads the US Grand Prix from FRT Edgars and Jab. Jab stays 4th on the start, and we've got the 2 AlphaTauris at the back, and Sam Cole crucially spinning down to 16th, and that is big for the championship this evening. And Davis is also down as well in the Alpha, and FH leads, Bottas 2nd, Edgar's 3rd, and Jab is in a good position now for his championship because his championship rival is down at the back before the end of the first lap.
Very, very eventful first sector. Jab didn't get the greatest of starts. It looked like he did, and then went 3 wide. They were 4 wide behind him.
Crazy how they all managed to get through so cleanly.
GSR
But
Patriot.
yeah, Patriot already making moves, and he's ahead of both of the AlphaTauris, but Egg-Valley's going to fight this one back. We know he doesn't let positions go very easily. He's still trying to hang on in there on the inside as Egg-Valley's going to end up getting oversteer. As a result, Patriot now into 5th place. His teammate, however, Davis, right down at the back, he went into the wall as well as Sam Cole. Sam Cole has wing damage as well. He has no front wing. It's a nightmare for Sam Cole.
Sorry to cut you off, but Axe and FRT Echoes. Oh, and around.
Oh, that's Burley's, and he's out of the race. His rear tyres come off. That could be a safety car, which could play into the hands of Sam Cole. He's still limping around there with no front wing. And I think we're all good, but NRX Adams has a problem as well. We've also got Venom and AES Lauder into the pits too. Igberly's, yeah, sorry, he was one that retired. So no safety car from that crash, but FH is leading, but he's getting a whole lot of pressure piled on from the 3 guys behind him, and you can sense it's only a matter of time before these 3 try and make moves on each other. These 4 try and make moves on each other. Bottas gets a bit of oversteer on the exit. That might allow Edgars to size up a move on the inside. He decides to, he thinks better of it, and stays behind AZ Bottas. But now, no DRS yet, so he'll have to rely on the sheer speed of his car with the slipstream and the ERS. And meanwhile, thinking about Jab behind him, but it looks like he won't be close enough by the time they get down into turn 12. So Edgar staying behind for now. We've got Vapor JS and Axe in the background. And also FRT Heaven and Brute Gorgon. Brute Gorgon started 20th. He's now up into 12th and fighting for the final points positions. We've got a big train in this midfield area for points. and FRT Heaven runs wide. That allows Brute Gorgon to decide to move on the inside, but to no success. So now these four at the front really chasing each other, and they have a bit of breathing space between them and GSR Patriot behind. But Jab is on a whole nother level of pace. He sets the fastest lap. The GSR Patriot quickly stops that, and also Vapor JS. Yeah, he's gone round on the final corner. I don't know what caused that, but I'm sure we'll find out eventually. But at the minute, it all seems to be saying the same at the top. But Jab is just creeping closer to FRT Edgar's, and you get the feeling it won't be long before he makes a move on his fellow driver Edgar's. You know, he wouldn't want to take any risks because he won't want to be in the same situation. Oh, they made contact there, down into turn 11. But as I was saying, he won't want to be in the same situation as Sam spinning out the points. He'll just want to coast and stay where he is, because at the minute he is on course to win the Drivers' Championship this evening. Because Sam Cole obviously had that spin on the first lap, but every time they seem to get close to each other, they just drop back a bit, and Sam Cole has had another spin down into the S's. It's really not going his way this evening, on an evening where he could have been crowned champion. And there, Jab goes on FRT Edgar's. I said you get the feeling it wouldn't be long until he makes the move, and he does make the move, and Sam Cole's just left the session. Hopefully I can try and get him back in quickly. But Jab is now he's been released, and will now try and make a move on both of the Mercedes cars ahead of him. Using that ERS, DRS and slipstream is Jab, and will he make a move into turn 1? Bottas is also trying to make a move on FH. I will try and invite someone in a minute, but there, Jab gets the run on AZ Bottas, but on the second phase of the exit just can't get there, and now into the S's. Whoever gets in there first has the right to the corner, and Jab just backs out. Try and get Sam back in quickly.
Meanwhile, while all that was going on, 3 drivers have now picked up their first penalties of the race. We got a yellow flag. That's Vapor JS again in the pits. Venom gets past Lauda. That is for 14th, but Lauda sends it up the inside. Contact. Oh, more contact. Vapor JS retired in the pits. But a lot of contact between Lauda and Venom, and Lauda gets the move done. Meanwhile, here comes Axe. Axe to the inside of FRT Heaven for P9, and he will get the move done.
Yeah, the top 3 still going at it.
Anchors.
Bottas got back into the lead, and now Jab is going to look it on FH. It's a late dive, and he'll try and get it, but FH gets the better exit and cuts in front of the Aston Martin. Bottas is going to be pulling away whilst this happens, but Jab now looking nearly made the move there, but FH good defending and and he's got a great exit to stay ahead of the Aston. Don't know why Hasboom has joined, but yeah.
I think he people have, what's his name, Vapor JS and release. Well, yeah, to Jeff Patriot and to probably he's in a party with most likely Patriot and Davis and KX and Brute and Jab. But anyways, speaking of Jab, he needs to concentrate, and he doesn't need to be too aggressive. Sam Cole has had his issues in the opening laps of the race. He just needs to run his race as Brute picks up a 3 second. But Jab needs to run his race and know that if he doesn't mess up, he can knock the championship up. He has no pressure from Sam Cole. As for the lead, FH around the outside on AZ Bottas. Oh, big snap of over, big snap of oversteer for Bottas. Now they're side by side.
Yeah, both the Mercs have swapped again. There's been a crash down at the S's. It involves AES Lauda and Venom, and we have a safety car. Just as FH got back ahead of AZ Bottas, we have a safety car on lap 5. and that will throw the race wide open. That would allow Sam Cole to get back in it, but he left the session saying he doesn't want an invite back. So I'll try and talk him into coming back.
FH stays out. So does Edgar's, Botas, Jab, Patriot, Jack IMAC. Coming. Jab goes to the mediums. So does Botas. Patriot does as well. Everyone who's pitted is in for the mediums. 8 people stayed out. Oh, and KDX is retired in the pits, I believe. Yes, he is.
No, I think it's in the entrance to the pits.
Do you reckon the entrance to the pits? He may have.
It is. He's gone into the pit. He's gone into the pit entry wall.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh. KDX is now out as well.
Very unlucky.
So right now, 4 drivers out in the first 6 laps. Both Alpines are out, so Abra won't like that. Yeah, JS retired in the pit lane, and Verley's also. Verley's had that spin on lap 1, but FH just getting as close as he can to that Mercedes safety car. It must be said. He's not giving it much room, but yeah.
So, according to Aid, now with Sam out, pretty much out of the race, Jab finishes on the podium. He clinches the title. But I think if he finishes top 5, I think he clinches the title. But anyways, safety car is out lap 7 out of 28, and FRT FH leads.
Yeah, so believe the safety car will be in this lap. Jab down in 10th, so obviously he made a pit stop under that safety car, and that we'll see how that plays out. But that could be a strategical masterclass, or it could be a strategical flop. But he just at the minute he'll just need to get hang on. He'll just need to get 5th place now, and then he will win the championship. He needs 5th or better at this point.
The safety car will come in this time.
Yeah. So
FH will lead it.
yeah, this time by the safety car will be in, and we'll have 20 laps to go. FH really backing the field up, and we'll see how that comes into effect. But he has his FRT compatriot, FRT Edgars, right behind him in the Ferrari, and then Jackster in 3rd. However, these guys haven't made pit stops, so we'll see how that comes into effect. But FH still not going, and that is where he goes. He's managed to get the jump on Edgars by quite a significant margin. As he goes into turn 1, he went a bit wide, and that allowed Edgars to gain the time back. FH got a good restart, and then threw it away with that lockup, and now it seems like he'll have the better run into the first corner. Edgars isn't close enough to make a dive, but what's going on behind them? It's Heaven and Akos. FRT Heaven ahead of the Aston Martin, also Jab crucially ahead of KFC Seb, but nothing really going on that's of much notice in the first couple of corners, but they all kept it clean going into the first corner off that restart. We have 20 laps still to go, and FH is ahead of Edgars, who will look to pile the pressure on, especially because these guys haven't pitted yet. Everybody from FH to Brute Gorgon hasn't made a stop, and KFC Seb hasn't made a stop either, but he's lost some positions. So Venom's actually made 2 stops already. Unfortunately for him, and obviously for you as well, Thrasher, because of Haas. NRX Adams and Patriot are fighting, and also KFC Seb too. KFC Seb is having an absolute stinker off this restart, and Brute Gorgon now is fighting with Bottas. That seemed like an easy switchback for AZ Bottas, and he is ahead. Brute Gorgon lost a couple of positions there, and I think he might actually have... He has wing damage, just Brute Gorgon, and that's not good for him, and they all have to go around him, and that nearly was very bad indeed. Brute Gorgon has lost part of his front wing on the right-hand side, and he'll be going into the pit lane, so Haas not having the greatest of days, unfortunately for Thrasher. But Edgars just can't seem to get anywhere near FH. Jab is tailing AZ Bottas, and that is crucial for the net race lead, because of course those two have pitted. Jab, can I just make it known to everyone who doesn't know? I'd be surprised if you didn't know. Jab is on a controller, so Jab is about to win the Tier 1 championship on a controller. That is that just shows that you don't need no assists on wheel. Yeah, that shows that you don't need a $200 wheel. You can just hook up your controller to the console and you can win championships. But that takes a lot of skill, and that just shows how good he is. And AZ Bottas is on the move, and he's ahead of both of the McLarens, and he's already tailing FRT Akos as well. So he's on the charge as well, and he's also on a pad by the looks of things. And both of the McLarens fighting. They're going to be wheel to wheel, and Axe wisely backs out before they get to the triple right hander, otherwise that could have ended in tears for the McLaren pairing. But Jab is really trying to get on the back of Axe, going into the final corner maybe. Not there, but I'm assuming they do have DRS from this lap, so that will open things up a bit more. And now Jab using his ERS on Axe F1, he wants to get past as quickly as possible, and that seemed pretty easy for the Aston. And up into 8th as NRX Adams gets back past Bottas, and that will allow Jab to get back on the pair of them, and also up to the drivers ahead. You still there, Flasher?
Yeah. Sorry.
Alright, cool. Yeah, that's fine.
Alright. So, pretty much...
Oh, there's Akos going wide. Down at turn 8 that was. And turn 9, that could have ended badly. But
he may have lost some wing. I saw part of a wing fly.
Yeah, I think there might have been a crash there. But also, the 3 at the front are fighting. FH has just lost 2 positions down that straight to Edgars and Jackster. And also, Bottas, Venom is up into 6th. He's ahead of both of the McLarens. And Jab is up into 5th. So Jab is now where he needs to be to win the championship. I'm sorry, Thrasher, for cutting in there.
No, that's fine with me. As Heaven picks up his second penalty of the race. But what went from the lead to now, well, now will be 1 spot as Edgars comes in. Edgars comes in to serve his pit, and he might go to the mediums.
So
This
now,
could be.
yeah, this is all over the place because Akos retired in the pit lane. I don't know what happened to him. Didn't really see it on my screen. Obviously, you have to stream, so yeah. FH is he's now tailing Jackson, but also being tailed by his teammate and Jab, and Venom is in on this as well. So with 17 laps to go, Jab is where he needs to be to secure the championship. He needs a top 5 finish at this point because Sam isn't coming back. So yeah.
Another guy that we really haven't talked about at all pretty much today. AFC Seb, him and GSR Patriot and Davis and Jackamat, these 4 are running very well. Especially Davis, a tier 2 driver, coming into reserve for tier 1 and running inside the points and battling with these tier 1 guys. Great for him. Oh, Seb and Jack are met into the final corner. Jack backs off.
And is a Bottas, yeah, straight into the lead going into the first corner. Jackson didn't really put much of a fight up there.
And at this
safety car. Brew Gorgon is out. And we have another safety car. And that is really going to help the guys who didn't pit. FH's tyres have gone off. He's managed to do 12 laps on the softs, which you got to respect. And that now gives him a chance. That now gives him a window to go and pit without losing too much time. So safety car is out. And now it just leaves us to see what happens.
Sad team owner, man. At least Venom, who this actually really helps Venom because he was in the back most of the race, was caught up in some incidents, had to pit for the softs under that last safety car. He can now come in sitting 4th. He has a shot for a podium now.
This is this could really go either way. This is going to be very interesting to watch. But yeah, I want to see what happens.
Everyone should be coming in.
The Mercedes guys are double stacked, and that leaves FH to lose a lot of time because they double stacked.
FH drops all the way down to 9th. And the axe goes to the hearts. Anyways, so let's check penalties real quick. So Jack stuff, Edgar's, Patriot, and no, actually, no, it's Jack's, Edgar's, and Patriot. with 3 seconds. And then you have Heaven with 6 and Jack with 9. And what just happened? Okay, that was pretty weird. Bottas ran very wide and went slow. And then just, I guess maybe with his tires. I don't know. So, a safety car will probably go in next time. As Heaven
Yeah, I'd
is
imagine
not
it would.
here yet. If you're, let's see, we got 7 viewers watching. Not bad. Appreciate the people tuning in. So Axe spun. No, Axe pitted. Okay, so there might be a glitch with the law because Axe pitted, but it didn't have the pit thing pop up. So okay, so alright, Jax though will be aggressive on the restart. He's on the softs compared to, Bottas in front of him on the mediums, so the faster tire might help Jax here.
Yeah, so imagine the safety car will be in at the end of this lap because they've all caught up. Yep, safety car in this lap, and we're halfway through the race. 14 laps to go with AZ Bottas leading. Jackson didn't pit, I don't think, did he?
Oh yeah, everyone pitted.
Oh yeah, he did pit. Yeah, sorry, everyone pit. Yeah, my bad. I wasn't looking. I was dealing with something else quickly. So yeah, we will see what happens as the safety car comes in. Jab currently in third, where he needs to be, and will he stay there for the next 14 laps? With 14 laps in, we still have 14 laps to go. Yeah, I feel like we should be further in than 14 laps, but yeah. When will AZ Bottas go? Will he go on the exit of the final corner? He still hasn't gone, and he's backing up quite a lot. Everyone is backed up, and there is where he goes, and he's managed to get the jump on Jackster by quite a bit, and I did think we'd have a yellow flag glitch there. But AZ Bottas leading. Jackster isn't able to go for a move, and Venom is looking for him. They're quite far back behind. Jacki Mack locks up behind Patriot, and Sam Cole's AI has got ahead of Axe. That was the only overtake, but Axe swiftly gets back past. They all hold position on the safety car restart. And yeah.
Jack and Matt gets another 3 seconds. That's his 12th. 12 seconds of penalties now. Here comes Jackson using the overtake. And they'll dive down the inside of the leader. And that is the move done for Jackson.
BRB.
So now it's Jackson, Bottas, Jab, your top 3, Venom, and fourth. These four are now pretty much pulled away from the rest of the field. Although not really. F8. Oh, and Jack IMAX spins. Oh, and there's wings flying. Couldn't tell whose wing that was. Oh, it was NRX Adams who has no wing. And NRX Adams is now out. And we have a virtual. Charlie has done left the party and left the session. So Jam has to finish 4th or better with fastest lap. So he needs to get at least 13 points. So podium or 4th with fastest lap for Jab would win him the championship. Leaderboard's glitch. Okay, never mind, that's good. And green, what a beautiful start from Jab. Caught Botas sleeping. And what a move from Jab. So Botas is going to try to fight back. Oh, he's going to dive it down the inside. Botas and Jab. On the outside. Oh, a little bit of contact there. Botas holds on. Venom behind all this as well. Pretty much got a DRS train from really second. Oh, Jab runs wide. Jab and Botas really battling for that position, but with the battling, Jack so keeps on what am I trying to say? Botas and Jab keep on battling for that spot. And because if they keep battling like this, Jackson will be able to get without the 3-second range. As Jack, Hymack gets another penalty, and Jab gets the move done on Botas, and now Venom. Oh, and Botas just turns Venom. That was really questionable. So we pretty much got a DRS train from second all the way back to about 8th. Sector 2 yellow flags, FRT heaven. She retires in the S's. And we staggering. So pretty much the points have been finalized. Everyone in the race will get points, other than Sam Cole. As Bottas gets a 3-second penalty, that's huge. Now the only driver in the top 5 without a penalty is Jab. And that's exactly what Jab wants to, if he wants to punch up the championship today. Yellow flag. Who was that? I don't know who it was. We got about KFC 7, GSR Patriot. 7's gonna send down the inside. Well, GSR Patriot. Just gonna try and stick it around on the outside. But KFC 7 gets the move done. As Bottas got past the Jab. DRS activated now for Jab. But he's not making a move yet. Another battle to look after. Patriot and FH. A little bit of a battle to look at. But now as we go in, getting ready to go into the straight, this is where I will assume Jab gets past Bottas here. And here it is. It's a very easy move for Jab. Ooh, Bottas loses. Ooh, that's a yellow flag. I think it's just a yellow flag. It's just a glitch. Jackson now comes to complete lap 21 of 28. Jab currently chilling in second place, and if the race ended now, he would be your season 7, I think, GSR champion. Let me check actually what season this is before I say anything. Yeah, okay, it is season 7. Got a little train now, QFC Seb, KFC Seb, and FH now. Very close. Seb's going to send it down the inside of FH. But FH is going to hold the position. KFC Seb is on the softs while FH is on the mediums. But the softs will well, actually start to wear out here, but here comes Seb down the inside of FH in contact, and Seb gets moved on. Venom gets a 3-second. On the battle on the track, so it's just these 3 cars right here. Seb, FH, and Patriot. Oh, and Venom has retired. Oh, more contact. Oh, a lot of contact between FH and KFC Seb. Here comes FH. Does KFC try and stay on the inside? No. Oh, it's no flag, I think. I think that's just I think that's just... Yeah, I think it's just a glitch. So Patriot now gets by KFC 7, which now moves him up to 6. And Botas gets another 3 seconds, so that's definitely not helping his chances. And this could possibly be helping the chances of FH, you know, as long as FH can gain, you know, like 2 seconds or so. FH could be onto the podium. But Jab now getting close to Jacksta. What has been a dominant season for Jab. When he crosses the line, 4 more laps and Jab could possibly be your GSR Season 7 Tier 1 champ. He's just taking it easy, not making it too aggressive Just chilling behind Jackson, waiting for the DRS. Going on any other battles. Got a little bit between Patriot and Seb. Or no, that's Davis and Seb, my bad. Here comes Jab. DRS activated, overtake engaged. We'll go to the outside. And Jab has now taken the lead from Jax to 20. Real quick, let me see who has fastest lap. It is Jack. Jack, I meant. Okay. Yellow flag. That is Jack, I meant. KC7 is in for new sauce. We'll probably go for fastest lap. Davis could be up into P5, so if he can really push, so if he can be able to do that, that's been a great race for Davis after a terrible ending to his race in Tier 2. Jack's trying all he can do to try and rail. Jack trying to do everything he can. Jack trying to do everything he can to rail in Jab. Reel in Jab. But Jab looks like he's a little too fast for Jax at the moment. Now 2 laps to go for Jab. 2 more laps and we will have a new, well, not really new, but we will have a Tier 7 champion. Tier 7, God. Tier 1 Season 7 champion. Jam now into the triple right-hander. Now coming into the final corner, Jab is 1 lap away from being a Tier 1 champion. Farther on the back, Davis obviously they get past KFC Seb. Edgar's and Patriot battling along with FH again. KFC Seb takes the fastest lap. Jab with a 3-second gap over Jackson. Now down the long straight for the final time. Jab has one more sector. Now into the final 2 corners. Jaboli MSU. Jab is now your GSR Tier 1 Season 7 Champion of the World and will win the United States Grand Prix. Jackstown will come home P2 and AZ Botas will round off the podium. Now for FH 4th, Patriot 5th, Davis bringing home 6th, Edgar 7th, it'll be KFC 7th, 8th, and off of penalties it'll be Sam Cole, but it'll be Jack, Matt will be 9th, Sam Cole will not get points. Alright, let me get to, and I'm just going to do one interview for the podium. Just, we'll make sure to. Alright, so let's invite the podium drivers. So there's Jam, Jackson, AZ Botas. So we now wait for the podium drivers to join. We have Jab in waiting on the other 2 drivers. Okay, so Jackson can't do interviews. There's no mic. Okay. I think Jab's gonna be the only one for an interview. Alright. So Jab, you're now a Season 7 Tier 1 GSR champion. After a dominating season, you cap off another win today. How do you feel today's race went for you?
Obviously qualifying, it was obviously awkward. I didn't even know if I could lock up the championship today, but that's amazing. But pretty simple, great battling, avoided penalties was like most important, and managed the tires, didn't get a warning, well, a penalty, and we won the race. And I guess the championship.
Yeah, so with Sam Cole not finishing in the points, well, technically his AI did, but it won't count. You had to get a podium or 4th with fastest lap to lock up the championship today.
Well, wish I knew that before the race, but kind of good that I didn't.
Yeah, you probably would have bottled if you knew it beforehand.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on a wonderful season so far. Still got 3 more races left in the season, so hopefully go out there and extend the gap. But congratulations on being a Tier 1 Season 7 champion.
Thank you.
That's going to do it all. I've been GSR Thrasher. Today has been a wonderful race. Congratulations to Jab on winning the championship and the race. We will see you next week on Friday at 9:45 Britain Standard Time for Tier 3. And then next Saturday, a week from today, we will see you for Tier 2 at 2 o'clock or 7 o'clock Britain Standard Time, 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern. And then Tier 1 at 4 o'clock U.S. Standard Time, 9 o'clock Britain Standard Time. Thank you all for watching.